What's up, Saiyan Army? So what you're seeing on the screen now is an arms workout, but let's get right into the topic of today's video, and that is the problem with aesthetics part 2. Now, a little over 2.5 years ago, I made this video called the problem with aesthetics, and this was one of my first videos to really like kick off. This might have been one of my first videos to break like 100,000 views back when, you know, I was only like less than a year into YouTube. And I'm very happy it did because it was a great video. I haven't really watched it in a very long time, but I remember the topic and pretty much the whole point, and it's something that really stuck with me, something I truly believed in and I still believe in to today. So today I'm just gonna make part 2 of that video, talk about different things that changed, what's changed in the past, you know, over 2.5 years since I made that video, and just break it down for you guys. So basically, a lot of the fitness industry hasn't changed since then. There's a lot of people promoting, you know, stay shredded, get shredded, and just promoting just staying aesthetic year round. And there's nothing wrong with that depending on your goal. Maybe your goal is to stay about 150 pounds and that's as big as you want to get, and you just want to stay there for the rest of your life and you're happy with that, then so be it. But a lot of these kids growing up, you know, they're 15, 16 years old, just starting to lift, seeing all these guys, idolizing all these guys in the fitness industry, watching them, you know, stay shredded and lean and whatnot. So instead of doing what's proper, which is, you know, go into a bulk, make the most of their newbie gains, they instead try to just stay lean, and they're missing out on a ton of gains. Now, when I first started lifting at 15 years old, the best advice that I got was eat big to get big, and that's the only thing that was on my mind when I first started lifting was I want to get flipping big. I was just tired of being, you know, skinny. I was 120 pounds, like skinny fat, and I was just sick of being small. So I just would eat as much as I could. I lifted as much as I could. This was all before YouTube. Any of the information was out. I didn't know what muscle hypertrophy was. I didn't know any of that. I didn't even know what a macro was. All I knew was I had to eat as much as I could, and I just needed to lift as much as I could, and that was it. And that's what happened. I pretty much gained 20 pounds every single year. I believe my senior year in high school, I topped out at 180 pounds. To put that in perspective, I'm 170 pounds today. So I made massive gains, and I really feel like that I made, you know, pretty much the best I could out of my newbie gains, the first, you know, 2 to 3 years of consistent lifting. Now fast forward 2.5 years later to today. Now I'm just gonna be real with you guys, and to be honest, I did not maximize the past 2.5 years. I didn't maximize as much hypertrophy as I could have. I didn't gain as much muscle as I could have, and the reason being is social media. That's the honest truth. And for you guys who don't know, social media promotes being lean. You know, if you're lean and you have a thumbnail that's lean, that's shredded, it's gonna get more views than a thumbnail that's fat and bulky, for the most part, you know. If you're on social media and you're in the fitness industry, if you post a picture on Instagram that's lean and shredded, chances are it's gonna get more likes than a picture that's fat and bulky. And that's just how it goes, and that was one of the main reasons I chose to stay lean. And now keep in mind, guys, everyone has a different set point. Now my set point is relatively low. It's not as low as others, but what a set point is, it's a certain set point of body fat where your body can just maintain at, feel good at. Like, I can stay decently lean without even trying, without even tracking macros and etc. Now there's some guys that can stay lean like 10% body fat and not track macros and just have crazy fast metabolisms, and your set point is going to be purely based on your activity levels and your metabolism. If you're super active and have a fast metabolism, chances are you're very lean. Now if you have a slower metabolism, you know, your set point is probably a lot higher. It's probably around, you know, maybe 15% body fat. I think my set point right now is around 12 to 13% body fat, if I had to guess. That's where my body just kind of likes to hang out without even trying. If I want to bulk, then I'm going to have to eat more than that and increase body fat. Now first off, staying lean is better for business in social media. You know, it's easier to grow your YouTube, it's easier to grow your Instagram. Secondly, for me personally, I felt that, you know, the more subscribers I got, the more I could grow the Saiyan army, the more people I could help just by staying lean. So I kind of felt like I was sacrificing my gains just to help more people, you know, help spread the Saiyan army words, help people, more people ascend. And that's honestly how I felt. Did it pay off? I hope so, you know. I mean, I can't redo the past 2.5 years. And to be honest, like, going back to like genetic limitations, I'm pretty much up there. A lot of you guys are like, oh, Goku, why are you bulking for, man? You've been lifting for 14 years. What's the point? And the point is, one, I'm always focusing on ascending, on doing better, you know. Even if I'm at 98% of my natural limitations, I want to push it to 99. Even if that takes the next couple of years, I'm just going to keep on pushing it. Whether my goals change, which they have lately, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to always push myself to do better, to be better. And that's just part of being a Saiyan. That's part of going over 9,000, you know. That's part of life. You know, what's life if you're not getting better? What's life if you're not ascending? Life is really boring if you're not. So what should you guys do? Now it's gonna be based on your goals. If you're watching this video and your goal is to get big and aesthetic, here's the thing. You're gonna have to lose some aesthetics to gain aesthetics in the long run. You guys gotta think long term. Now, thank God I didn't grow up in a social media early when I was young that was based around, you know, just shredded individuals. I had to look at all these pictures of people being shredded and, you know, think to myself, oh damn, I gotta, you know, I'll lose this body fat. You know, back when I was 180 pounds, I gotta lose this body fat and stay shredded, and I would have missed out on a lot of my newbie gains, to be honest. So if your goal is to maximize your aesthetics, to, you know, just push your body to its genetic limitations, then majority of your time should be spent in some kind of lean bulking phase, in a surplus. Now, how big is that surplus? It depends, you know, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Just make sure you're gaining weight nice and slowly. Yes, body fat will accumulate, understand. It's a lot easier to cut body fat than it is to gain muscle. 100 times easier, so don't even worry about that. But you're gonna have to lose some aesthetics to gain some aesthetics, as I said. So just lean bulk, make sure your strength is getting higher, add volume when you need to. You know, after you go into a more intermediate to advanced stage in bodybuilding, that's when you start focusing on weak points, because you're gonna start seeing, oh, maybe my shoulders are lagging, my lats are lagging, and that's what I'm more focused on right now. I'm putting all my volume. I took volume away from my chest and I put it into my shoulders and my lats. Now, if I could go back these 2.5 years and let's say, you know, social media wasn't around and whatever, then I probably would have stayed around 180, maybe bulked even more. Like at 180, I think my body fat's closer to like probably a little bit over 15%. I have like some upper abs when I was at 180 before, but I felt the absolute strongest I was. My joints felt great, but you know, I was not aesthetic at all. I was definitely on the bulky side, but I'd probably hang around, you know, 180, maybe even push it a little bit higher, do some mini cuts here and there whenever I felt my body fat got too high. But from there, just increase my strength, increase the work volume as I can handle, and just stay consistent. And I think I would have maybe gained possibly 2 to 3 more pounds over the course of the past 2.5 years, maybe that. Like, but yeah, I'm going off on a tangent. This is all speculation. Don't worry about the past, because that's exactly what it is in the past. Look towards the future. We can change what we're doing now. If this is one of you guys that's watching the video and you guys are thinking, oh crap, I need to start lean bulking, I'm missing out on a lot of my gains, don't even worry about it. Just get back on it. You know, lifting is a lifestyle. It's gonna be there forever. I plan to lift till I'm like 100 flipping years old. I'm gonna be Master Roshi, jacked grandpa, but minus the pervy skebe. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.